I'm Cody Proctor. We have team coverage tonight as we track this powerful storm. KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk and Janelle Finch both standing by live with a look at the damage. And we also, of course, have chief meteorologist Jeremy Legault also keeping track of the current conditions. But first, let's start off with Kyle tonight. What are you seeing and where are you at, by the way?
Well, Cody, we're up in Mead seeing even more damage from this wind and from the trees. And I just got to say, the people that were in this pickup truck behind me, they are lucky to be alive. Let me give you a closer look. A tree next door actually came down, hit a power line, and then landed on the truck. A neighbor tells me these people were just pulling in. You can see where that tree landed, just on the back of the bed of that truck. The two people inside, they were trapped, called 911. A Vista crews told us they actually had to cut these people out using chainsaws to remove limbs and part of the tree. And remarkably, those people inside the truck didn't receive any serious injuries. They were just unharmed. But you can see a lot of damage to that truck and to this house here, unfortunately. The power line was also knocked down, so right now a Vista crews are working to bring that back up, but a neighbor here tells me that they do not have power. It's unclear how long this neighborhood will be without power, but a Vista crews here hard at work trying to restore it. Cody, send it back to you.
Kyle, thank you so much. Stay safe out there, by the way. In the meantime, KREM 2's Janelle Finch is also live right now. And Janelle, I understand that we're already seeing some damage out there, which is exactly what tree services expected, right?
You're absolutely right, Cody. I am on Carnahan Road off of 8th, where, like you said, the high winds we've been seeing all day has caused several trees actually to fall. One here actually taking down a power line and starting a small brush fire. But as you can see behind me, they have cleared off this road. You can see just a little bit of the remains of that tree that came down earlier today. According to the Spokane Valley Fire Engine 6 captain, firefighters arrived here at 4:30, which meant that Carnahan Road, a major connector to the South Hill, was actually shut down for about an hour and a half while crews assessed damage as well as took care of the roads. In addition to the damage we're seeing here down 8th Avenue, a tree actually fell onto a home and it broke off pieces of that roof. Several homes in our area have also reported fallen trees. Earlier today, southbound US 195 near Hatch, a tree actually fell down there as well and blocked one lane. To report tree-blocked roads, make sure that you call 311. Live in Spokane Valley, Janelle Finch, KREM 2 News. Back to you.
Janelle, thank you so much. And street crews, by the way, are out in force tonight, working to clear off blocked roads all throughout our area. A massive tree went down in North Spokane at Ash and Rowan, totally blocking the roadway. Fortunately, no one was hurt, and the giant tree didn't damage any homes or cars, but it did give neighbors quite a scare.
I was just in the back room cleaning up and I heard a crash and I went out the back door to see what was happening, and a neighbor said, "Was that your tree?" And I said, "I don't think so," and we came around to the front yard and this is what we found.
What did it sound like?
It's a big loud boom. I thought, what happened? I couldn't figure it out, and the house kind of shook a little bit.
Now, neighbors got out some chainsaws and started working to clear the tree. They were then joined by street crews. They have now cleared the street for traffic. Now, of course, we have been tracking power outages all day long as well. Our own Amanda Rowley is actually joining us now live in the studio to give us the latest update. What are you seeing right now, Amanda?
Yeah, Cody, the number of outages being reported is constantly changing minute by minute. But the good news is we are starting to see the outage totals go down. So we'll start with the Avista outage map. It's now reporting about 6,200 outages across the coverage area of the inland Northwest. Now, the areas where we saw the greatest impacts earlier in the day have so far been resolved, including the nearly 400 total outages in the Onion Creek area up north. But there are still more than 50 separate outages spread out across the Spokane area. Now let's take a look at things with the Kootenai Electric Power Company. It's now reporting about 861 total outages. This is a pretty huge jump just in the last half hour. A majority of these outages are actually occurring in the Rockford Bay area with about 500 outages there. Of course, as I mentioned, these numbers continue to update minute by minute, and we are keeping an eye on those changes. Now, people throughout the inland Northwest have posted what the weather looks like in their area. We have this video from Tawny in Elk, and this video, you can see the hail coming down. When I listened to it, you could hear her family going, what the heck? Even look at that flag in her front yard just whipping around by the wind. Now that was taken at about 11:15 today. Gosh, you can see just indicating how strong the winds were. Now taking a look at this video sent in by Nico Guzman. He shared this from Spangle. It was actually taken around 11:30. Gosh, a lot of people have just been surprised by how quickly that spout of hail came through and left, right? And then check out this time-lapse video we got from Andy Brown here in Spokane. You can see just how much those trees are moving on the hillside. Watch them wiggling back and forth. It's pretty intense out there. Now we're going to be keeping an eye on these power outages throughout the inland Northwest. Meantime, if it is safe to do so, we encourage you to share your photos and videos of the weather you're seeing today. You can send those images by texting us at 509-448-2000. Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
Amanda, thank you so much. And of course, these winds are expected to last into tonight. So let's bring things now to meteorologist Jeremy Legou. He is joining us now at the Outdoor Weather Center. You've been feeling those winds since you've been out there. Now we've been seeing the winds causing damage all afternoon long. But now as people get home, Jeremy, what are we expecting through tonight?
You know, it is going to stay rather gusty as we head into the evening. I'm going to go ahead and turn to the side here so you can hear me a little bit better. Right now, 46 degrees, but it is a blustery 46 with sustained winds close to 40 miles per hour. It's a pretty similar story across much of the Northwest. Temps in the 40s and a whole lot of wind. Expect that wind to remain strong through this evening, and for that reason, we have high wind warnings in place until 11 p.m. for wind gusting to near 60 miles per hour. As we've seen, wind gusts of that magnitude can cause quite a bit of damage. Now, the good news is we're going to watch it wind down rather quickly. We've already seen a couple of signs that the atmosphere is easing. 7 p.m. staying strong, but by 9, wind gusts up near 30 are enough to knock down a couple of smaller branches, but that's about it. No longer in that realm of tree damage. This storm, as it moves through, not just the wind, but also the widespread snow and higher elevations. We're getting rid of some of that low elevation thunderstorm possibility and transitioning more into the snow. By the time we get into Wednesday, things do calm down, so expect another snowy day in the mountains tomorrow. We're going to watch the wind and the temperatures fall tonight. We drop down into the 30s as winds calm down. It is going to be a chilly one early tomorrow morning. And by tomorrow afternoon, we're back in the 50s across the inland Northwest.
Jeremy, thank you so much. And of course, we are going to continue to track the storm throughout this evening. For the latest on road closures and power outages, just text the word WIND to 509-448-2000. We'll send a link right to your phone. Also, if you're seeing any damage from the storm in your area, if you're able to do so safely, you can also send us photos and videos of what you're seeing to that same number. More breaking news at this hour. Fire crews are battling a wind-fueled wildfire just north of Nespelem. A communications specialist with the Colville tribe says wind gusts toppled power lines and trees. Now a 30-acre wildfire is being fanned by wind gusts. Now you may remember last summer, Nespelem was hit hard when wildfires swept through, destroying 7 homes. Still to come on KREM 2 News at 6, North Idaho College gets a warning to fix their leadership before the end of the year. What that means for students after the break.
Injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Call Russell & Hill, attorneys at law, where real people with real injuries get real results. Injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Get real results. Get Russell & Hill.
The Idaho RV Super Show is finally back. This will be the largest RV sale to hit the Northwest in years, and it's happening at the Post Falls Greyhound Event Center. All the top-selling travel trailers, fifth wheels, and motorhomes will be on full display at the Greyhound Event Center in Post Falls. Luxury motorhomes discounted up to $100,000. Gas and diesel Class C motorhomes starting at just $589 a month. Bunkhouse travel trailers with slides starting at just $160 $69 a month. And luxury fifth wheels starting at just $289 a month. The first time ever. All #1 selling brands in one location at the Post Falls Greyhound Event Center. Competing for your business. Hundreds of RVs on display with factory reps on site. Top dollar paid for trades. And special lender financing with banks and credit unions fighting for your business. It's the Idaho RV Super Show. Going on now at the Greyhound Event Center in Post Falls, Idaho.
Make the most of your outdoor living space this year with a custom patio cover from Alpine Construction. Alpine Construction is a team of general contractors with more than 30 years of experience providing superior craftsmanship at a price you can afford. Alpine Construction can design and build a custom patio cover for your home in as little as 10 days, starting at just $12,000. A custom patio cover from Alpine Construction will allow you to enjoy your outdoor living space during any weather or season. Call Alpine Construction today to learn how we can help you.
Really?
Most of us agree our roads are safer when we put away our phones. But we still have some people to reach. So spread the message. And set the example. Because that's how we make the road a safer place for you and your loved ones. Together, we get there.
I'm having some problem with my air conditioner. It's making a clangety sound.
Oh, no worries. We can certainly take care of that for you. Here at Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, we speak your language.
Welcome back. North Idaho College received a warning for not having a properly functioning governing board. Northwest Commission on Colleges and Universities says North Idaho College has a year to make changes. The problems at the college began last year, prompting the commission to step in to ensure a quality education for students. Moving forward, the college will have several monitoring requirements to make sure the Board of Trustees achieves compliance and restores effective governance. North Idaho will remain accredited. Credits, certificates, and degrees earned at the college will be transferable. In health news, Grant County is seeing an increase in flu cases. The county health department is currently monitoring a flu outbreak in an assisted living facility. There's also been an outbreak among school-age kids and children younger than 5. They're reminding people with the flu they're most contagious in the first 3 to 4 days after their illness begins. And sad news for food lovers in Spokane. Casper Fry in the Perry District announced it's closing its doors after 10 years of business. The restaurant made the announcement on Facebook this weekend. They'll be open for normal dinner hours starting at 4 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday until Saturday, April 16th. Maggie Yates, Spokane's longest-serving regional law and justice administrator, announced she's running for the Spokane County Commission seat in District 5. She resigned her position earlier this year due to pushback from the county for her work on fixing racial disparities within the criminal justice system. Yates formerly led criminal justice reform efforts in Spokane County. In her announcements, Yates says her platform will focus on growth and development with an emphasis on creating diverse coalitions that'll foster a safe, healthy, and resilient community. The Idaho Lieutenant Governor's office is out of money. This comes after Lieutenant Governor Janice McGeehan was ordered to pay 2 separate fines amounting to almost $30,000. It's expected McGeehan would try to submit a supplemental budget to help cover those costs, but that never happened. On March 11th, the Division of Financial Management sent McGeehan's office an email because no supplemental budget was approved. Her fiscal year 2022 budget shortfall is estimated at a little over $22,000. The DFM sent McGeehan 2 more letters reminding her and her office it'll end the 2022 fiscal year with a $15,000 deficit. They also advised her the office cannot spend any more than what's been approved. A spokesperson for the state controller's office explained, in short, when the budget runs out, pay for the lieutenant governor and all office operations will be turned off.